How to stop translating in your head, speak English naturally. Hi and welcome to Learn Smarter. Today, I want to talk about something that every English learner experiences, translating in your head. Maybe you've been there. You're in a conversation, someone asks you a simple question like, "What did you do yesterday?" And instead of answering quickly, your brain goes into a process like this. 1. You understand the question in English. 2. You translate it into your native language. 3. You think of the answer in your native language. 4. Then translate that answer back into English. 5. And finally, you speak. By the time you say something, it's already too late. The conversation has moved on. Or even worse, you say nothing, because your brain is still stuck in translation mode. I know how that feels. I've been there too. When I was learning English, I used to translate everything in my head. I didn't feel fluent. I didn't sound natural. I sounded like a dictionary. But then something changed. And that's what this episode is about. How to stop translating in your head and start thinking in English. In the next 30 minutes, I'll show you why we translate in our heads, why it's a problem, and most importantly, how to stop doing it. I'll also share real techniques that help me and my students, like shadowing, self-talk, and even using AI. Let's get started. Why we translate in our heads. Let's begin with a simple truth. Translating in your head is normal. It's what every beginner does. It's how we survive when we don't know the language well. You translate because you learned English through grammar rules, not communication. You don't have enough vocabulary to express ideas quickly. You don't trust your English brain yet. And that's okay, at the beginning. But here's the problem. Translating slows you down. It creates a delay in conversation. And that delay makes you feel nervous, unsure, and frustrated. It's like trying to drive with the handbrake on. You can move, but not smoothly. If you want to speak English fluently, you need to remove that handbrake. You need to stop thinking in your native language and start thinking in English. But how? That's what we'll explore next. How to think in English. Now that we understand the problem, let's talk about the solution. How do you actually think in English? It sounds like something only advanced speakers can do, right? But here's the good news. You don't need to be perfect to think in English. You just need to start small and stay consistent. Let me show you 5 practical ways to start thinking in English every day. 1. Name what you see. This is one of the easiest exercises. Wherever you are, look around you and say the names of objects in English. For example, chair, table, window, light, pen, coffee. This is my phone. I am holding a cup. The sky is blue. You don't need to speak out loud, unless you want to. You can do it silently, just in your mind. This helps your brain build direct connections between things and the English words for them. No translation needed. 2. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. It may sound strange, but self-talk is one of the most powerful tools for fluency. Just talk to yourself in English as you do everyday activities. For example, when you're cooking, "I'm making pasta. Now I need to add salt." When walking, "It's cold today. I forgot my gloves." These small conversations train your brain to think in English automatically. 3. Describe your day. Every evening, take 2 to 3 minutes to describe your day in English. Say something like, "Today I woke up at 7 a.m. I drank coffee and went to work. I talked with my boss and finished a big project. After work, I went for a walk and listened to music." You can write it in a notebook or say it out loud. This builds fluency and confidence. And you'll notice a bonus effect. You start to think in English about your day, even before writing or speaking. 4. Use English time every day. Choose a moment in your day where you switch your brain to English only. For example, while brushing your teeth, on your way to work, while eating lunch. In this time, don't allow your native language. Only think in English, even if you have to use simple words. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to train your brain to stay in English mode. 5. Use tools that help you think in English. Here are some tools that make it easier. English subtitles on YouTube. Watch, pause, repeat. AI chatbots like ChatGPT. Practice speaking or writing daily. Voice notes. Record yourself speaking and listen back. Flashcards with pictures. No native language. Just the image and the English word. The more you surround yourself with English, the easier it is to think in English. It becomes natural. In the next chapter, I'll share powerful techniques to go from thinking in your language to speaking in English without hesitation. Techniques to stop translating and start speaking naturally. Now that you know how to start thinking in English, let's take it to the next level. These are practical, proven techniques that help you stop translating in your head. Speak more naturally. Build real confidence in conversations. Let's go through them one by one. 1. Shadowing. Shadowing is one of the most powerful techniques for fluency. Here's how it works. You listen to a native speaker, from a podcast, video, or audiobook. As they speak, you repeat their words immediately, like an echo. You don't pause, you don't translate, you just speak. This helps you improve pronunciation. Train your brain to think in English sounds. Build natural rhythm and intonation. Start with short clips. Use subtitles if needed. Try this for 5 minutes a day. You'll see big results. 2. Self-talk with emotion. We talked about self-talk before. But here's a secret. If you want it to work even better, add emotion. Don't just say, I am tired. Say it like this. I am so tired. I really need a break. Use your face, your voice, your feelings. When you speak like this, your brain remembers better. It becomes real communication, not just grammar practice. 3. Simulated conversations. If you feel shy or don't have someone to speak with, no problem. You can simulate conversations with yourself or with AI. For example, pretend you're in a cafe. Hi, I'd like a coffee, please. No sugar. Thank you. Pretend you're meeting someone new. Hi, I'm Sarah. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? You can also ask ChatGPT or another app to act as a conversation partner. Say things like, pretend you're a waiter, let me order food. Act like a new friend at a party, ask me questions. It's great practice, and no fear of mistakes. 4. AI tools for speaking practice. Yes, AI can really help you think and speak in English. Here are 3 easy ways. Talk to ChatGPT. Ask for daily speaking practice. Let's practice ordering food in English. Use voice assistants, like Google Assistant or Siri. Practice saying questions and commands. Try language learning apps with speech features, like Elsa, Speak, or Mondly. These tools are always available. They don't judge, and they help you stay in English mode longer. 5. Set real-life English challenges. This is a mindset shift. Instead of studying English, challenge yourself to live in English. Try things like order food in English. Even if the person speaks your language, watch YouTube without subtitles for 5 minutes. Write your shopping list in English. Send a message to a friend in English. Small actions create big habits. Every time you choose English over translation, your brain gets stronger. In the next chapter, I'll share my personal story, how I moved from translating everything to thinking and speaking fluently in English. Even if you're shy, slow, or unsure, this part is for you. My English journey, from translation to fluency. Let me take you back in time. When I first started learning English, I was excited, but also scared. I remember my first real conversation with a native speaker. I wanted to say something simple, but my brain froze. In my head, I was thinking, okay, she said, how are you? That means, ako sa mas? I need to say, ma'am sa dobre. That's, I am fine? Wait, is that correct? It was exhausting. By the time I answered, it sounded like a robot. I am fine. The worst part? I wasn't even enjoying the conversation. I was too busy translating every word. The turning point. One day, I got tired of feeling stuck. I asked myself, what if I just stop caring about being perfect? What if I try to think in English, even if I make mistakes? So I started small. I began talking to myself in English while walking. I described things around me. I whispered conversations. I used apps and shadowed native speakers. At first, it felt strange. But after a few weeks, something amazing happened. I started to think in English without effort. One day, I realized I wasn't translating anymore. I was just speaking. And the more I did it, the more natural it felt. From fear to freedom. I stopped being afraid of grammar mistakes. I focused on connection, not perfection. I watched movies in English. I wrote my journal in English. I even dreamed in English once. And slowly, I became fluent, not perfect, but confident, natural, real. And that's why I'm sharing this with you. Because if I can do it, so can you. You don't need to be a genius. You just need daily practice, and a bit of courage. What I learned. Let me summarize the most important lessons I learned. 1. Fluency is not about knowing everything. It's about using what you know, without fear. 2. Thinking in English is a skill. It grows with practice, just like a muscle. 3. Mistakes don't matter. Silence does. Say something. Anything. That's how you grow. 4. You don't need to wait. You can start today, right now, wherever you are. Final tips and your next steps. So, what now? You've learned why translating in your head happens. You've discovered how to start thinking in English. And you've seen real techniques that can help. Now it's time to take action. Because knowing is not enough. Doing is what makes the difference. Let me leave you with a few final tips to help you speak English naturally. 1. Practice every day, even for 5 minutes. Fluency is not about studying for hours. It's about consistency. 5 minutes of English every day is more powerful than 2 hours once a week. So, shadow one short video. Talk to yourself while walking. Describe what you see around you. Send a message to ChatGPT. Just do something. 2. Choose English first. Throughout your day, ask yourself, can I do this in English? For example, read the news in English. Watch your favorite show in English. Change your phone language to English. Write your to-do list in English. Every small decision matters. It creates an English thinking environment around you. 3. Don't be afraid of mistakes. Remember, mistakes are not failure. Silence is failure. If you say something wrong, that's okay. You learned something. If you say nothing, you learned nothing. Be brave. Make mistakes. That's how you grow. 4. Use English to live, not just to learn. English is not just grammar. It's life. It's stories. It's emotions. Use English to express your thoughts. Tell your story. Make new friends. Learn something new. Make English part of your identity. That's when fluency becomes real. 5. Make thinking in English a habit. Here's a quick daily challenge. Time of day. And English activity. Morning. Talk to yourself while getting ready. On the way to work. Describe what you see and feel. Lunch break. Watch a short English video, no subtitles. Evening. Write or speak about your day in English. Before bed. Think about tomorrow, in English. Do this for 30 days. You'll stop translating. You'll start thinking and speaking in English. Final words. If you've listened this far, thank you. You're not just learning English. You're changing the way your brain works. You're building a new version of yourself. And I promise you, fluency is closer than you think. So keep going, keep practicing, and remember, don't wait for perfect English. Speak with the English you have today. Because real fluency starts now. Like this story? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more motivational lessons and English practice every week. Listen again anytime to remind yourself how far you've come.